It was during a meeting over border policy with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau that Donald Trump said that if Canada didn't like the 25% tariffs he was proposing, then why don't they become the 51st state? Trump then posted this image online. It's a joke, obviously, but American dreams of annexing Canada are as old as the United States itself. In fact, at the exact moment the United States was created, July 4th, 1776, they had an invasion force in Quebec attempting to seize it from the British. It didn't work. The last serious proposed American pitch to annex Canada was this. In 1866, negotiations to form Canada as an independent dominion were already well underway, so one congressman, a Civil War general, tabled this bill suggesting they should just become Americans instead. It died in committee. But the Americans would never accept Canada as a state, even if we asked them to. And it's for one very simple reason. Turning 40 million Canadians into Americans would completely demolish the Republican Party. Canada is pretty left-wing by US standards. Even our most conservative areas, such as Saskatchewan and Alberta, would almost certainly favor the Democrats if given the chance. Mainstream views on gun rights and abortion are well to the left of the US, and whenever Canadians are polled about who they would support in a US presidential election, the Democratic candidate always wins. So if you add Canada, you're basically getting another California. So about 50 Democratic members of Congress, 2 Democratic senators, and a whole bunch of Democratic electoral votes in any presidential election. Add it all up and you have unchecked Democratic rule for at least a generation. Any Republican who approves the admission of Canada as a 51st state is essentially signing their own party's death warrant. You could attempt to mitigate the impact by adding 2 Canadas, a Republican Canada and a Democratic Canada, but that would take some pretty creative gerrymandering. The cities would all lean Democrat, so you'd have to carve out some weird-looking Canada composed entirely of rural areas and like Lethbridge and Portage la Prairie and stuff.